Okay, so we are doing tonight a little bit of continuation, Julie, or more of the same, should I say? So this term, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our inner Agni, our literally fire in our belly. So it's an energetic practice. Well, we're going to start off with some wall salutations first, which wall salutations are not easy. It's not weight bearing. That's all. I don't have to do all the weight bearing on my knees, on my wrists. But I'm going, God, I feel it in the shoulders, but I've done this class a few times today, so I'm not surprised. So the inner Agni, it's that fire in our belly. This is our Manipura chakra, our solar plexus. So your solar plexus energy is that, to me, I can, when I'm like, have it down, like very rarely happens, I'm on top of my classes, I'm on top of my paperwork, my gaff is clean. Never happens all at the same time, but that's that energy where I'm like, I am on fire. I'm getting everything done around me. And that's when it's, you're literally firing on all cylinders. So that we've loads of kind of metaphors, don't we, about fire when we're like going for it. But then the opposite of it can be sluggish. It can be when I'm not feeling great, when I've no energy, I'm feeling a bit kind of blah. But it is also seen as the center of transformation. Okay, so transforming obviously our gut on a very physical level is we ingest, we digest, we eliminate. We know that we transform in that way, but also it can be with like emotions, with relationships, who you're hanging out with, who you sharing your energy with. And because your Agni, your fire in the belly, that energy kind of translates sometimes as how is my energy? Am I spreading ojas, which is lovely, sweet, David G calls it sweet nectar. Are you going around spreading sweet nectar everywhere? Or the other one is ama, and that's toxic residue. So that's the, those people who like to scorch the village, which can be us, can't we? We're normally a balance of both. So we're going to do breath work. We're doing pranayama that is going to help sort of get our digestive fires going. And the practice tonight, sun salutation is an Agni energy. So it's all about your inner fire. Even doing it against the wall, it is as well. But we're going to do some little core practices. We're just actually going to do bridge, sequential bridge as a loosener, because it's such a nice one. And then a little bit of kind of cap balance into Agni energy. So we'll do our breath work and then sit in silence for 3 minutes in meditation. So get comfortable, whatever way feels good for you. I'm going to get my there are you gone. There we go. Timer 3. Okay. So sitting up nice and straight for starters, okay? Ground into the sitting bones. Let's reach into the arms up above. Take a little wriggle from side to side. Root down from one sitting bone to the other sitting bone. Come back to the middle. Ground the sitting bones down. Let the arms relax, but keep that lovely length in the spine. Sitting up nice and straight. And if you want to use the wall, use the wall. I'm going to use the wall now at this stage of the day. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And we'll start off as we normally do with our centering, taking a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sigh, relaxing, releasing breath. Breath in through the nose. Breathe out. Do that again. Inhaling calm. Letting go of worry. Breathing in ease. Letting go of tension. Breathing in peace. And I release anxiety. And I might want to take a few more breaths like that, breathing in calm, breathing in ease, whatever you need. I'm breathing out, releasing whatever you would like to leave behind today. And then I'm going to close over my mouth, and I'm going to take a few moments to connect with my yoga breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just watching as the breath flows in and flows out. Take a few moments to really just watch, notice your own breath. And can I notice as the breath goes the whole way down into my belly, from my nostrils, through my throat, through the lungs, right into the hands and the belly. Breathing out, my belly goes towards my spine, and I watch as the breath travels all the way up again. Watching, witnessing your breath. So once I've connected to this belly breath, I really feel like have it down. We're going to start with our Kapalabhati breath. So Kapalabhati is translated as shining skull, and it's the kind of piston breath. But what we don't want to do is kind of lead with shoulders. Sometimes people do, they lead with the shoulders or too much in the head. So you're going to try and keep the body as still as you can and have the sense that the breath's coming from the belly. So obviously the body will move because it's a strong breath, but we're trying not to kind of, move the shoulders too much. So we'll try it from the mouth first, then we're going to do it through the nostrils. And it's this idea that the breath is literally pulsating from the gut up through the body, all the way to clear all that foggy energy out of my head. So take a breath in through the nose. I'm going to do it through the mouth first. We'll just do 4. Okay, just so you can let that go. So we have the idea. I think we've all done it before. Anyhow. So now I'm going to see, can I have that breath, exactly the same breath? We're doing it much slower than we normally do it. So the first in-breath we focus on, and then the in-breath becomes really passive, and the exhalation is really strong. So it's like a literally pumping breath, but we're going to do it through the nostrils now. So take a breath in through the nose. I'm going to do 10 and rest, and 10 and rest, and 10 and rest. And breathe out. Take a little rest. Breathing in and out, slow and steady. And let's go again. And relax again. Just remember, with any pranayama, if you're really not feeling it, if it's agitation you, stressing you out, you just leave it. So one last round, inhaling through the nose. And when you've done your 10, just relax, come back to your regular breathing. And we're going to sit in silence for 3 minutes using the mantra AGNI, A-G-N-I, AGNI. So remember, the mantra might get louder or quieter. You might lose it altogether. When you do, just very kindly and gently direct your attention back to Agni. Keep taking your attention back to the word Agni, and back to your breath. I'm just taking a moment to let the stillness and silence settle in. Let go of your mantra. Notice the breath. And notice how that pranayama felt for you. So remember, sometimes, there's lots of different pranayama kind of makes us feel different. So, but that is quite an energetic one. It's also seen as a kriya. So it's cleansing energy out literally from the base of the lungs to the top of the head. So we are going to start off lying down on our back with the block. You're going to pop the block in between your thighs. So coming into sequential bridge. So lying down on the back, feet are on the mat, head, neck, and spine in a nice straight line. So the beauty of sequential bridge is that actually everybody can do it. Because we start off first just doing our lower back, just literally lifting, peeling the lower back off the mat. Then we go up a little bit higher onto the middle back, and then you might go the whole way up onto the shoulders. But you literally get to decide where I'm going to be here. So if your back is a bit tight tonight, then you're going to go, I'm not going to go much higher than my lower back. So the same rules, we're just popping the block between our thighs to make our inner thighs work a little bit. So let the length of the head out
of the body. Drop the shoulders back and down. Feel that little spread. Even stretch into your arms. Give yourself a little hug. Draw the shoulder blades apart. Give a little hug from side to side. Feel a little bit of a stretch into the upper back. And then relax the arms down. So we start off first, just the lower back. So you're going to press into your feet. Power the legs. Engage your core, your pelvic floor and your glutes, and just lift the lower back off the mat. Keep the middle back, the back of the ribs is going to stay flat on the mat. And then exhaling, coming down. So I'm lifting my pelvis up as a whole. Breathe in, press into the feet, lift the pelvis up, press into the back of the rib cage. Breathe out, all the way back down again. Lovely. And this time I come up, I'm holding it, press into the feet. And when I lift my pelvis up, can I think of lengthening those thigh bones away, feeling that really nice stretch at the front of the hips as I breathe in and as I breathe out. Lovely. And then slowly bringing the lower back down, bringing the glutes down, taking a moment. And you're seeing if that felt like a lot of work for you, that's where you're going to stay. And if it felt okay, we're coming up now onto the back of our ribs, into the middle of our back. So once again, inhaling, pressing into the feet, powering the legs, lifting the lower back up and coming onto the middle of our back. And exhaling, slowly, slowly coming back down again. Lovely. Inhaling, pressing into the feet, strong legs. Draw up the pelvic floor muscles, use the glutes onto just the middle of the back. And exhale back down again. Lovely. And this last time I come up, I'm going to hold it. So pelvis comes up as a unit. And notice sometimes when we come up a little bit higher, we start puffing into the ribs. Relax your rib cage. Feel the back of the ribs heavy on the mat, feet strong, legs working. Breath is flowing slowly and steadily. Feel your glutes, they're switched on as well, working, drawing up those pelvic floor muscles. So your AGNI, your inner fire is working now. And slowly, slowly come back down and take a moment. Lovely. So again, that might have felt like a lot of work. So you might want to stay there or at the first section, or maybe you're coming the whole way up. If so, draw your chin towards your chest. Make sure the back of the neck has a lovely curve behind it. So I'm not taking the weight onto my neck, it's coming onto my shoulders. And if you want to go up a little bit high, you bring your heels close to your bum, but we keep the feet grounded. Bridge pose is a really grounded pose. So I want to feel my big toe, my little toe, and my heels all the time on the mat. Now this time, I press into my feet, I power my legs, I lift my lower back up, then I lift the middle back, and I might come all the way onto the shoulders. And then exhaling, I come down nice and slowly, like the spine is a big, heavy lick. Keep the head, the back of the head stays on the mat, that's not moving at all, chin towards chest. Inhale, ground into the feet, power the legs, coming up onto the top of the shoulders. And exhaling, slowly, slowly back down again. Lovely. And this time I come up, grounding into the feet, lifting the pelvis, chest coming towards the chin. And just notice, have I puffed into those rib cage? If so, soften a little bit, ground into the feet, kind of lift the hips a little bit higher, use the glutes, use the core, and breathe in and breathe out. And I can breathe into the front, the sides, and the back of my rib cage here. Belly goes towards the spine, the inner AGNI fired. And then slowly, slowly come down. Like the spine is a big, heavy chain. You're coming down link by link. Remove your block. Take your knees in over your tummy. Hug it in. Do a little rock from side to side. Then a little circle out. Breathing in. Breathing out. The other way. Loosening, lubricating. Lovely. Rolling over onto one side. We're coming onto hands and knees first. So we're going to do cat, and then we're going to do cat balance, and then we're going to do kind of, it's like a little cat core sequence. So I'll just show you before we come into it so that you can kind of get into it yourself. So we know what we're doing in cat. We know what we're doing in cat balance, and that's cat balance. And then you're going to bring the knee in, bring the elbow in, and then stretch it out. So if you come into cat balance and you're going, my balance is not lovely today, you might want to stay there instead of kind of playing with it. Just take all those little extra bits we do. It's just like a little, playtime. Okay, so let's come on to hands and knees again. Press into the hands and onto the knees. Take the right leg behind you, press into the ball of the right foot. Get that nice stretch in the leg before you go anywhere. And then inhale, lift the right leg up, reach into the right heel. And exhale, bring it back down again. Lovely. Try and keep the legs straight, really stretch into the heel. Inhale, right leg comes up, tone the glute, looking down at the spot on the mat. Exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, lift it up. Belly goes towards the spine now. Really use the core, focus on a spot on the mat. Bring that left arm in line with the left ear. I'm still looking down. My head, neck, and spine are still in a straight line. So you're either going to decide to stay here, or else as I inhale, lengthen into my heel and my fingers. Exhale, bring that knee and elbow in towards the body. Inhale, reach forward again. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, reach forward. Bring the hand down, bring the ball of the foot down. Let's take a little stretch there. And then back onto hands and knees. Do a little circle out. I'm just thinking, after this sequence, Valerie, don't freak out thinking you won't be able to do anything. We're going to be doing wall salutations, so there won't be all the weight bearing. So it's just these next, the other side of this, and then we're doing downward dog, and then we're coming, and it's all non-weight bearing, okay? All right, so let's come to the other side. So again, press into both hands. This time I'm going to take the left leg behind me, press into the ball of the left foot, chest is right in the middle of the hand. Inhale, lift that left leg up, tone the glute, belly goes towards the spine. Exhale, bring it back down again. Do again, inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lift, press the mat away, bring the right arm in line with the right ear now. Lengthening the whole body, belly going towards spine. Exhale, bring that knee and elbow in towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. And lengthen. Lovely. Back, bring that ball of the left foot back, press onto the hands, just get that nice stretch again. Back onto hands and knees, do a little circle out. Now sit your bum back into the heels, knees nice and wide, hinge forward at the top of the thighs, into your hair pose, palms face towards the ceiling. Take any tension off the wrists. Breathing in and breathing out. Just taking a few breaths here.
Okay, so from here, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So, and we're going to feel, because we're going to be doing a lot of downward dog against the wall, which is still a great stretch. But if your wrists or shoulders are at you, you know, you kind of get to dictate how much weight you put on it. You can't really do that in downward dog. If your wrists are at you, Mary, you know, you could do dog on either 2 blocks. So it's almost like dolphin, or you can do it literally like dolphin instead of doing dog on the wrists, okay? So come from here. It's where I planned this class totally for her. I didn't. Okay, so sit your bum back on the heels, stretch your hands out in front. Lovely. And then have your fingers the width of the mat. So let's have lots of space in our downward dog. Come up onto the knees. Lovely. Tuck the toes under. Drop, keep the knees bent first. We're coming into dog squat. Press the mat away. Send the bum towards the ceiling, towards the back of the room. Take a little wiggle from side to side. Open up that space in between the shoulder blades. Nod the head no and yes. And then maybe you want to walk your dog, releasing one heel at a time towards the floor. And then hold your downward dog. Lovely. And notice the distribution between the weight, between the upper body and the lower body. Chest is going towards the thighs, bum is going towards the ceiling, breath is flowing. Come back down onto the knees. Take a moment again in hare pose. If you want it in hare pose, put one fist on top of the other and let your forehead relax onto that. There's loads of people sinusy at the moment. That is really nice if you're sinusy. Cool. We're going to do one more downward dog. So again, just get your feel of your downward dog. What feels lovely for you? Remember, we're trying to have the weight equal between the upper and the lower body. So to start off, little fingers at the edge of the mat. Stretch the arms as far forward as you can get them. Come up onto the knees. Tuck the toes under. Press the mat away, bend the knees first. Bum goes towards the ceiling, towards the back of the room. Chest is going towards the thighs. Open up that space in the upper back. And then you want to send the thighs back. Can you still keep the core engaged? Can you feel that weight equal in the upper and lower body? And if you're more in one upper body or lower body, the pelvis. It's the pelvis that's my center of gravity here. Notice what's happening in your inner AGNI as you breathe in and out. Lovely. Come forward a little bit into plank and then drop the knees to the floor. Just give your body a little taste of what will be coming next week because we're coming into some funny changes. Right, you're going to come up to standing. Watch your heads over there, especially you, Barry. Holly, not so much. You're like myself. I can stand up there. Okay, so I've kind of modified this a little bit. I think I might have made it a bit stronger, but it's stronger in a non-weight bearing way. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly. You know what we're doing. We're doing this against the wall. So if you want to bring your mat up against the wall there, you guys. So I'm going to face this way because you can see what I'm trying. All right. So I start off. So we get our stance to downward dog. We all know what we're doing here. I'll show you first. Hands at the heart center. I'm going to take a back bend. I've just done one. Coming into downward dog. And then I'm going to step forward with my right leg. And this time I'm coming into a leaning warrior. Okay. From leaning warrior, coming into warrior one. Coming back into my downward dog. And then I'm going to bring my left leg into leaning warrior, up to warrior one, back into downward dog again. And I'm stepping in, it's my version of wall plank. And from here, I'm going to pull in my tummy, drop the shoulders away from the ears, work the shoulder blades down the spine, lift the heart center, curling up into wall cobra, right? But maybe if I'm nice and bendy, which might be out to bridge, you can come up onto the balls of the feet and come back. This is great because I can hold on here. It feels really nice. And then back into downward dog again. Now, so imagine I'm in downward dog, right? From downward dog, we're going to bring our hands here, drawing the lower tummy, take chair pose. Kind of rude not to, isn't it? And then up we go, back bend. Perfect. So we've kind of jazzed it up a little bit. I think it's kind of nice. It's like, as I'm trying to find it, like as active and accessible as I can make it, I think, you know. So let's get our stance into our downward dog. So if you're at home or something, that you can see that you're in that L shape for the people I can't see. So make sure your hands are at the same level. That's really important. If they're not, one shoulder is higher than the other. Lovely. Your ears are in between the upper arms. Bend the knees for a moment. Send your bum right out into the room. Lovely. And hold it for a moment. Keep breathing in. I think if you move back a little bit. Right, and then just come down a little bit more and then press. Yeah, is that okay? That's perfect. Good stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. Lovely. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now bend the knees, press into the feet, and we're coming up to standing. So that's just to get our dog stance, and that's important because there's a lot of that in this pose, in this sequence. So what you're doing now is you're going to figure out how much weight do I want? So sometimes your mind in your shoulders. I might just have my hands gentle like that against the wall. Or I might be going, you know what, I actually want to work it. And then I would really press into the wall and engage my biceps or triceps. But it's cool because I kind of get to choose whether I make it nice and gentle. Same with my legs. Am I going to keep a softness in my legs or am I going to keep my legs straight? Okay. So start off with the hands over the heart center. Feet are about hip distance apart. Toes are facing towards the wall. Take a breath in through the nose and a breath out through the nose. Inhale, open up, gentle back bend. Legs are strong, core engages as I lift my heart center. Exhale, hinging forward into your half downward dog. Bum goes into the room, hands on the wall. Chest is facing the floor. You're looking down at the floor. Lovely. Now from here, stepping forward with that right leg, you're putting the arms up on the wall. It's leaning warrior. We've been doing a lot of this. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on, just enough. Soften the shoulders, feel the strength of the legs. From here, can I take it up into warrior one? Strengthen the legs, drawing the lower tummy. Lift the arms up, take the little back bend, take that energy into that left leg. Lovely. Step it back again into your downward facing dog against the wall. Step forward with the left leg. Bend the left knee. Still have enough space between the feet. Arms are up high. I'm in my leaning warrior. Lovely. Hold it for a moment. Feel that super stretch in the legs, in the whole body really, isn't it? Now from here, press into the feet. Can I draw on the lower tummy? Bring the arms up and back. And I'm in my warrior one pose. Relax the shoulders. Make sure the feet aren't too close to each other because if they are, you won't be able to balance. Lovely. Now step back again. Downward facing dog. Lovely. Now I'm going to step in towards the wall. So you're about 10, 12 inches away from the wall. And then keep the feet flat on the mat first and hinge forward. Elbows in alongside the body, core engage first. So it's like wall plank. And then I'm going to pull in my tummy, lift my chest, drop the shoulder blades down the spine, and maybe I can even start curling upwards. And maybe I can lift my chest, look up at the ceiling, maybe not. So remember, you decide how back bend you want to. Look up towards the ceiling if your neck allows it. Come onto the toes if your body allows it. And then come back down. Step it back out again into your downward facing dog. Brilliant. Bend the knees now. Put your hands on the thighs. Pull in the tummy, lift the chest slightly. Take the weight into the heels a bit. Bring the arms in front. Chair pose. Press into the feet, straighten the legs. Draw on the tummy as you arch back. Take it into prayer. What do you think? Good, isn't it? It's good. And there's a whole load of we can do that when our joints are at us. We can do it when we're feeling dizzy. So there's a lot of things, because you can make that really as, well, to me, you can make it as strong or as gentle as you want. Okay, we do it to the other side. So that's just one side of it. That's just our right side. You know, think of what we do in sun salutation. We go into lunge one side first. That's what our warrior one is, okay? So start off with the hands over the heart center again. Ready for your downward facing dog first. Inhale, let the arms float up. Draw on the tummy, lift the heart center, arch back. Exhale, hands against the wall. Downward facing dog against the wall. Legs are bent or straight. Send the bum right out into the room. You're in this L shape. Chest is facing towards the floor. Breathing in and out. Cool. Step forward with your left leg now. Leaning warrior. Arms up the wall. Straight. Press into the feet. Heart center slightly lifted here. Now ground into the feet. Let the legs really strong and come up into warrior one. Shoulders relaxed, lower belly engaged, breath flowing in and out. Lovely. Come all the way forward, back into your downward facing dog. Step forward with the right leg. Leaning warrior again. Cool. And then can I come up, bend that right knee, stretch into the left heel, arch back into warrior one this side. And then I'm going to hinge forward again into downward facing dog. Lovely. Hold it for a moment. Cool. Now step in towards the wall, elbows in, and I kind of hinge forward. Wall plank first. Now pull in the tummy, lift the heart center. Come up onto the toes if you want to for your wall cobra. Lovely. And then again, back into your downward facing dog. And hold it for a moment to watch the breath flowing in and out. And then bend the knees, put your hands on the thighs first, take the weight into your heels, draw in the tummy, lift the heart center, arms up, chair pose, breathe. Press into the feet, super strong legs, and I arch all the way back, and I come into prayer. Relax the arms and just take a moment. Just feel the energy. So you feel that inner AGNI in your body. And let's bend the knees and do a little swing out. So how are we doing, guys? It's nice, isn't it? That's really, I've even tweaked between now and Monday. So. My tweaking is becoming really good because what I'm looking at is what people, that's where the beauty of face to face. So I can see where people are struggling. And where people are struggling is coming from the downward dog and then kind of going up. Because it's like you don't trust your body coming up. But then I was going, if you go here and go into chair, it's a little added ching. Okay, so we're going to do a balance. So standing on 2 feet. Actually, you think we could rock that once more and flow it a bit more with the breath? Could we? Yeah? Lovely. Okay. Hands up, because we're doing great time-wise. I haven't flown this quick all week. Hands over the heart center, shoulders relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, up to back bend. Exhale, downward dog against the wall. Hold it for a moment, find your place. Ears in between the upper arms. Lovely. Step forward with the right leg, leaning warrior. Make sure you distance between the feet. Now, draw in the lower tummy as I bring my arms up and I come into my warrior 1. Ground into that left heel. Send that left thigh back. As you breathe in, as you breathe out. Lovely. Step it back again. Downward facing dog. And then step forward with the left leg. Leaning warrior. Press the hands on the wall, up the wall. Lovely. And then can I bring the arms up, draw in the lower tummy, warrior 1 to the left side. Lovely. Back into downward dog again. And then step in, so you're about 10 inches away from the walls. Bring the elbows alongside the chest, hands on the wall. Lovely. Wall plank. Engage the tummy. Press into the heels. And then you're going to do wall cobra. You're going to engage the tummy, lift the heart center, gently drop the shoulders away from the ears, take your shoulder blades going down the spine, and you're up on the toes if it works for you. If it doesn't, don't do it. Lovely. Come back again, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, hands on the thighs, draw in the lower tummy as you lift the heart center. Arms up, I'm into my chair pose. Let the breath flow slowly, steadily. Press into the feet as I straighten my legs, reach up and back and into prayer. Keep the breath flowing, slow and steady. Brilliant. Let's just take a few breaths here first. Let the arms relax. Kind of forget, I always forget that from salutation, so much shoulders in it as well. You know, even with this, there's a lot of shoulders in it, but at least you don't have to, you know, just keep up. It's not all weight bearing, but kind of forget that one. So let's take this to the last side. Hands over the heart center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale to back bend. Draw in the core as you lift the heart center and arch back. Exhale, downward facing dog against the wall. Lovely. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Have the feet nearly the width of the mat. Leaning warrior, walk the hands up the wall. Feel that strength. Press the feet into the mat. Feel the strength in the legs. And then draw in the lower tummy. Bring the arms up and take a little gentle back bend. Shoulders relaxed, face soft. The breath is easy. Lovely. Step back again into downward facing dog. Walk in to your wall plank. Shoulders away from the ears. Wall cobra. Pull in the tummy. Lift the heart center, arching back. And then step back, downward dog. Did I miss a bit?
Right leg.
The whole right leg. Okay, we'll do it now. Lovely. Sorry. Step the right leg forward. Leaning warrior to the wall side. I knew I'd missed something there. Now, warrior one to the right side. Shoulders relax, breath easy. And then, now step back into downward dog. These are all very polite. Now walk in again. Wall plank, pressing into the heels, the whole body engaged, belly goes towards spine, and then drawing the tummy, lift the heart center gently, arching back, coming up onto the toes if that works for you. If it doesn't, don't. Breathe in and breathe out. And then stretch it out. Downward dog against the wall. Lovely. Bend the knees. Draw the lower tummy muscles. Bring the arms up. Chair pose. Press into the feet. Back bend. Arch back. And into prayer. Lovely. Okay, relax the arms. Give a little swing out. Okay, so just while we have that bit of energy going, we're going to just do sun kiss. So that's our first part, isn't it? Because my dear calm. So our first part of sun salutation is just forward bend, back bend, or back bend, forward bend. And instead of doing the kind of coming to here, we're going to come to here and do like a half dog. So we're going to do exactly what we were doing there. And so have that idea of being in the L shape. So you've got to really draw your belly towards the spine to protect the back in that. But it's a really great stretch of the back, okay? So you can come to the front of your mat. You can move your mat around now if you want to. Well, actually, we're only doing the sun kiss part of it, so it doesn't matter. We're not really stepping back, so it doesn't matter where you are in the mat. But we're bringing our arms up, so see if you've got space to do that. Hands over the heart center. Take a long breath in and a slow breath out. Breathe in, open up, gentle back bend. Breathe out, swan dive forward, hinging forward from the top of the thighs, leading with the chest. Hands go wherever, legs forward. Hands on the shins now. Half forward bend. Belly goes towards spine, looking into your imaginary quad. We're kind of just there. Slide the hands down as you breathe out. Bend the knees. Press into the feet all the way up, back, and into prayer. Lovely. Let's take 3 more breaths in between this. And we're going to do 2 more rounds of it. So let's see how much we can flow this. Inhale to back bend. Swan dive forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Bend the knees, press into the legs. Inhale all the way up and back. Exhale to prayer again. 3 more breaths. Back bend. Swan dive forward bend. Half forward bend. Full forward bend. Back bend. And prayer. Lovely. And just relax the arms and take a few breaths. So let's just finish off our standing with a balance. So it's always nice after standing poses to do a balance. So we'll just do a little tree pose. So if you're kind of not feeling balanced, use the wall. Remember, a drishti is really, really important, focusing on a drishti. Let's take the weight into the right foot and then into the left foot, and you're going to press down into the left foot and tighten the muscles on that left leg. Pivot the right leg out to the side. Remember, 3 is a hip opener. You're bringing your foot either anywhere below, above the knee, but never on the knee. And I start off in prayer. And I focus on my drishti, and maybe I open out. Soften the shoulders, soft gaze ahead. Breathing in, breathing out. Rooshing down into your standing foot. Focus on your Agni center again now. Belly goes towards the spine. Breath is easy. And I relax the arms, and I come back and I stand on 2 feet again. Just feel the energy in my body, the strength in my legs. And I take the weight now into my right foot, and I pivot open that left foot. Connect with the drishti again. Put your hands over the heart center first. Take the foot up wherever it was the last time. Lovely. Belly goes towards spine. Do you want to open it up? Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep your gaze on your drishti. Lovely. Relax the arms, standing down on 2 feet, and again, feeling the work. Let's bring our shoulders all the way forward and lift them up, all the way back, and relax. Do that again, all the way forward, lift them up, all the way back, and relax. And a few shoulder shrugs, shoulders up to the ears, and do that again. Last time. So some knots, it's gone. It's my brain today. Sorry. We're coming back down to the mat. We're going to loosen out our necks a bit. So being ready to come straight into relaxation as well. Have your blankets or whatever to hand. So we go into it after loosening out. So once again, sitting up nice and straight. Head, neck, and spine in a nice straight line. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Take the head back slightly. So you can put your hand on the chin and just bring the head in back a little bit. Take a breath in through the nose. Breathe out, drop your chin towards your chest. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out, chin goes towards the ceiling. Breathe into center. Right ear goes to right shoulder. And back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. And to center. And I look over my right shoulder. And I come to center. And I look over my left shoulder. And back to center. Just do that one more time. Inhale. Chin to chest. Inhale to center. Chin to ceiling. Center. Right ear, right shoulder. Center. Left ear, left shoulder. Center. Looking over your right shoulder. Center. And I'm looking over my left shoulder. and to center. Lovely. Let's come back down onto the mat, loosen out a little bit more in Attanasana, and then we'll do a little bit windscreen wiper legs, and then relax. So lie down on the back, draw the knees in over your tummy one more time. Let the head relax, let the shoulders relax. And then we start doing a little circle. Circle around nice and slowly, one way, loosening out. Working through any tension and tightness we might have brought into the body. Just let the breath ease into any areas of tension. And then go the other way, circling nice and slow. And then with the hands and the knees, I'm going to inhale, send the knees away. You might even let your toes reach towards the floor. And exhale, hug the knees right in, flattening out the lower back. Inhale, extend the knees away, toes reach the floor. Exhale, hugging the knees. Inhale, send the knees away. Let's sort of slightly engage the tummy when the toes reach the floor. The knees in, and last time. Now hold the knees in tight, hold it for a moment, and then do a little rock from side to side. Now stand the feet on the mat, having the width of the mat apart. You can bring your arms out into a T shape. Let the knees fall to the floor to the right. Firm the lower back on the mat as you come back to center. Let the knees fall to the floor to the left. Back to center again. Knees right, I look to the left. Back to center. Knees left, I look to the right. And back to center. And this time when my knees go right and I look to the left, I'm going to leave it there, stay there for a few breaths. And just let my shoulders be heavy. Let my hips be heavy. My whole body start to relax as I breathe in and out. And gently roll onto the back. Let the knees fall towards the floor to the left. Looking over at the right. I breathe in and breathe out. Noticing the right side of the body. Letting my breath flow slowly and steadily. And rolling onto the back. And I'm stretching my legs out away from me. I'm going to reach my arms up overhead. Point into the toes, reach into the fingertips, full body stretch. Hold it for a few breaths. And then bring the arms alongside the body, flex the feet, draw the belly in towards the spine. And then relax, let the feet flop out, let your palms face towards the ceiling, shoulders relax. Get yourself ready for Shavasana. So if stretching your legs out fully does not work for you, you stand your feet on the mat, or you put something underneath, you put your block or pillow or bolster or something underneath your legs. So take a few moments to settle. Close your eyes.
Take a breath in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Sigh. This time it's a sigh of contentment. I've strongly stretched my body. And now it's time to relax. So I come into my lovely relaxed breath and I just watch the breath once more, flowing in and flowing out. Slow, steady, easy breaths. And I start to feel a sense of deep relaxation filling my whole body. From the crown of the head, all the way down to the tips of the toes. The head is heavy. The face is soft and relaxed. I soften any tension and tightness I have in the body. Relaxing my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth. Relaxing my cheeks, my cheekbones, my jaw. I relax the front of my throat, the sides and the back of my neck. The head is heavy on the mat, and all of the stuff in my head is going to relax onto the mat too. Work down the body, relaxing not just the front of the throat, but the sides and the back of the neck. And I feel this relaxation from the back of the neck, relaxing my upper back, relaxing the middle of my back, my lower back, the back of my hips, my glutes, my hamstrings, the back of my knees, my calves, my heels, and the soles of the feet. And I feel any tension at all from all around the shoulder area melts down my arms, through the biceps and triceps, through the elbows and forearms, through the wrists and hands and out through the fingers, both arms, heavy and relaxed, tension melting away. And so the back body is grounded, rooted into the earth. And the front body is open, relaxed. I relax my upper chest. I relax my chest and my lungs, and I soften my heart center. I relax my diaphragm. Take my attention once more to my inner fire, my AGNI, my solar plexus energy. And I imagine this little powerhouse, this energy center pulsating, spreading energy, spreading vitality throughout my body. And as it does this, relaxing, softening tension through my lower tummy, through the front of my hips, my quads, my knees, through the shins and the ankles and the front of the feet and all 10 toes. So lie here resting for a few minutes more, relaxing, watching as my breath flows in and out. And I send a little bit of minding or healing wherever I need it this evening. And it might be a physical part of the body, and if not, I send that to my heart center for emotional healing. I keep my breath flowing, slow and steady, in and out. Resting here, saying to yourself, I am relaxed. I am relaxed.
I'm going to mind the time and bring you out with the sound of the bell. Once again, bell brings us back to the awareness of the room around us, back to my body, resting on the mat and all the places where my back body and the mat connect. And I bring a little bit of movement. I wriggle my fingers and my toes. I slowly move my head from side to side. I stretch, I yawn, I move, whatever way feels good. And then I roll over onto my right side. And I take a few breaths there. And I just let the whole practice settle into my body. And I notice how my physical body is, how my breath is, and how my headspace is. And then I notice my energy once more, connecting with my inner Agni, and decide what type of energy I am going to be putting out into the universe, Ojas or Ama. And normally after practicing yoga, we feel a bit more inclined to spread our Ojas energy around. So nice and slowly coming back up to center, using your hands as levers, taking your time. Finishing our practice. Bringing our hands over the heart center. Bowing our heads in gratitude for this wonderful practice. Wishing each other in the room, here and you guys at home, and all living beings, Om Shanti. Peace. So well done, guys. So let me just stop this recording.